Day 72 out of 100, and huge amounts of processing for me. Thinking still about relationships and all the expectations we have from each other, and we forget what it is exactly that relationships are for. In fact, it's not that we forget, we never really knew. We never knew because we come and are raised in a world where relationships serve a particular function. There's a survival aspect, there is pooled resources, there is expectation to be made happy, to to be supported, to be propped up, all this stuff. So much expectation. And what I am realizing is that I even dare to say that the relationships we have are relationships that we need. Exactly, the relationships we have are the relationships we need, because it's exactly this dynamic that is inviting us, if not to say forcing us, to, it pushes us into our feelings, right? Any kind of irritation, any kind of disappointment, any kind of sense of lack, it's all part of the process of our relationships. Because if our relationships were giving us everything that we think we need, then we would just be asleep. And this is what happened to me. The first 15 years of my life, as I've already spoken about, I felt, of my life with my husband, I want to say, I felt happy. And so I actually, not only did I not grow, I've actually regressed, in that whatever life skills I had living on my own before I met him, I've lost them completely. And so I melted into him so entirely that when, a series of crises struck us, and I needed to start propping myself up and actually individuating and becoming something other than his wife and other than the mother of my children, it was extremely scary and difficult to do that. So the more I process, the more I think about everything that my relationship has become, everything that I've gone through. Every time I catch myself that even the parts that I wanted to cut out, even the parts that I was resisting, even the parts that upset me tremendously, that had me want to run away, these are the feelings that had forced me to break out of the very small and tight container into which I stuffed myself. And part of that liberation was actually me giving myself permission to break out of the stuck places. And this is where a lot of my work in guiding other women, and some men for that matter, it's helping us understand that that feeling of stuckness doesn't come from other people. Nobody holds us hostage. Nobody keeps our hands tied behind our back. Nobody shuts us down. We're doing it all to ourselves. And it's only when we realize our own radical self-responsibility that we can start breaking out of that stuck and tight place. And very often it's not by leaving the situation, although sometimes physical leaving is what's required, but there is that tendency for us to think that we're either happy together or we're not unhappy, and then we just leave. And to me, that just perpetuates the same dynamic. There isn't any kind of growth. Most of the time, at least in my experience, it's the fact that I couldn't leave for a while that had forced me to find what I actually was supposed to find. And it's not just by leading, not just by removing the irritant, but by actually understanding the irritant, understanding the corresponding reactions and feelings within me, understanding what exactly my needs are, and then giving myself permission to pursue them while still being in this relationship. And like I always say, for me, freedom is not about being outside of a relationship. It's not about being alone and free. For me, true freedom is being in a relationship and being free within a relationship. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. See you tomorrow.